wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Here we go. It is KVJ show. Good morning. What is going on with y'all?
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing there, Bird?
Good.
Good. So you found your glasses?
I did.
Yeah.
Did I lose them?
Yeah, you did. Didn't know that, huh?
Oh, I did not know. Oh, you just dropped them off here, didn't you? I thought I left them here at work.
Every time Jaybird comes to my house, he leaves his glasses. It's almost like a calling card. And I hear girls do this a lot.
They do. Jewelry.
Yeah.
You leave your earrings and you're like, oh, I got to come back.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
so
hey.
he does that same technique with me. He always leaves something behind.
Since I'm here to get my earrings, you
I
want to
get
make
it. I see what
out?
he's doing, and I'm flattered.
Yeah, I was going to text him later, like around 11
Yeah.
maybe 12p. Hey,
Yeah.
what's up, Kev? I forgot my glasses.
Yeah,
Gotta stop over.
I get what he's doing. It's cute. It's
We
cute.
see you.
Yeah.
We see you, thirsty girl.
Yeah.
So thirsty. I'm parched.
It's kind of obvious, but it's all good. We got some big news that had dropped yesterday. SunFest, second year in a row, they're going to be canceling. They're not going to be doing their thing. It's a big music festival in West Palm Beach, if you are unaware. Kind of the big signature event for the city
Yes.
every single year, and COVID has shut it down for the second year in a row.
The COVID shut everything down with the city, at least till further notice.
Yeah.
They're reevaluating every week, but no SunFest, no Green Market.
Yeah, it's a weird time. You keep getting hopeful with the news of the vaccines out there that we'll get to that place. I don't know. I keep holding my breath like it's going to be like, oh, this week is going to be the week, but I got to get
You got to get that out of your head.
I got to get it out of my head. Yeah.
You're going to be a summer girl.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't even know then. Who knows?
I remember us saying that in spring. Oh, we're going to be summer girls last year.
Yeah.
I don't know, dog.
I think you're looking at optimistically fall and
Fall girl.
And that's coming from positive Kev.
it's realistic, Kev. I think that's what you're looking at.
Is your son Cannon doing athletics right now, or have they
Yeah, he
shut
is.
that? So that's still going.
Yeah, he's still doing that. He's got a flag football game tonight, so that kind of stuff is still going off, which I think that's great. I think kids need to be running around and be doing some stuff.
What's the atmosphere like that? Is there a bunch of masks? Are there parents not wearing them?
They would like for you to wear masks if you're going to be kind of in the inner sanctum of the fenced-in field. But when I was there last week, I noticed pretty much every parent went in with their mask and quickly took them off and did their thing. But, when you're at a football field, you're able to kind of separate for the most part. Most people keep their distance, and you're outdoors.
And, if I'm out there, I'm drinking, and it's hard to drink with a mask.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's not many. There's not fights out there. You've got masks, got athletics.
Yeah, there's luckily not a lot of contention out there, other than just yelling at the kids when they drop a football. Other than that, it's not too bad. But, it's going to take a while. I did see, too, the fights for masks continues, and Palm Beach County won its court case yesterday, an appeals court. They said that Palm Beach County cannot be blocked from enforcing its COVID-19 mask mandate. And that would affect areas like Broward County. So they can now require you to wear masks in public.
So if you try to go to the grocery store and they want you to wear a mask and you start yelling.
Well, it's kind of like that woman. Remember that a couple weeks ago? She was at the Einstein Bagels in West Boca.
And the Einstein Bagels not being smart.
Yeah, well, she wouldn't wear a mask in there. And they were like, hey, you got to put a mask on. She's like, I do not. I have First Amendment rights. And now they can say, sorry, that was actually settled in a court of law. You do have to put a mask on.
Then she made some kind of dinosaur cry when they were trying to get her.
Dragging her out. Yeah. So for that insanity, I guess at least that part of things have been settled for a big part of South Florida. So there you go. Temperature's going to be getting a little bit chillier today. Just give you a heads up. It's kind of weird. It was like at 70, but it's going to be ticking down into the high 60s today. So If you're a hoodie guy like me, it might be time to strap on a hoodie for the next couple of days, warming back up on Sunday.
There goes that idea of that pool party I wanted to do.
Damn.
Yeah, maybe
Last
Sunday.
night was your night.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, getting a little bit chilly here for the next couple of days. So if you want to check out the KVJ show, we got a lot of stuff to get to here. You can check us out. We're on KVJ TV on YouTube. Just go to the KVJ show. We're going to be doing our KVJ draft at 7:30 this morning. Movies from the 1990s is today's draft topic.
That's just my game.
Yep. Right before 8 o'clock, Denny's going to be rolling in here with a joke jury. At about 8:30, Virginia is getting in the bushes for somebody in her family. They don't necessarily know about it, so we'll talk about that later.
Shh, we got to talk about it later when they can't hear us.
We will.
Okay.
We will. And I believe Jaybird has continued on an interesting text conversation with his friend's mom, who's having some naughty dreams about him.
We got an update, y'all.
9:30, we'll dig into that. So
Hold up. This is
Yeah.
great. Can I wait till 9:30?
you got
long
to.
time.
You got to. So we got a lot of stuff all throughout the whole show today. Keep it here.
KVJ, dirt of the day. It's the KVJ, dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, damn. The COVID got Michael Strahan.
Yeah.
Oh, man. He's going to be quarantining and absent from Good Morning America all week. He found out on Saturday he had been exposed and currently not experiencing any severe symptoms.
Right.
But I guess his daughters came into contact with him after he's been exposed. So they're now getting tested, and their mom is getting tested. And oh my
Yeah, that's
gosh,
the way it goes, right?
it is a mess.
Yeah.
Your Bridgerton on Netflix is now breaking records. It is now the biggest Netflix series ever. A record 82 million households around the world tuned it in during its first 28 days, and that made it the #1 show in Netflix history by that metric.
Wow.
It beat Tiger King.
Wow.
I've heard a lot about this show.
I know.
Not surprisingly, they have smartly picked it up and renewed it for a second season.
Yeah, they're really kind of going down this reality genre and a lot of chick programming, I've noticed, because the ladies in my family are very excited about Netflix these days. And they have another show that seems to be doing well that's getting fire. It's kind of a reality version of Crazy Rich Asians.
Is it the Bling one?
Oh, Bling Empire?
Bling
Yeah.
Empire.
I love Bling Empire. I'm so deep in it.
It's terrible.
I love it.
saw the preview of it. I'm like, I could not spend 3 minutes watching this show.
I told you about this 2 weeks ago, but you tuned me out. Bling Empire is amazing.
I remember you talking about it, and then I remember seeing it on my Netflix, and I remember seeing the preview, and I remember thinking, this is awful.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's the programming I despise the most.
It's so petty.
They ain't going after you.
These people are next level rich. I mean, these Asians are rich.
They don't contribute a thing to society.
That is your opinion.
Okay. But yeah, you're like all the women in my family. They love that stuff. They
it's
can't
so
get enough.
Good, Kevin.
Can't get enough.
They don't care if they get you. You're not in their
No, I'm
demo.
not I'm not the target audience.
Wait,
so.
we're not trying to get
No,
you.
I get it. Yeah, you're not, but I'm not going to do it.
Somebody who's been mouthing off a little bit, Katherine Heigl. They were asking her, would you ever go back to Grey's Anatomy? You know, she kind of left in a dust-up.
She did. She talked a lot of trash.
Talked a lot of trash about everybody she worked with. And eventually, if you talk trash about everybody, people go, it's you.
This is a good clip because she doesn't really answer it with, with a full gorilla answer.
She's trying to be humble, but
Yeah.
she's still a bitch. Here she is.
We've seen some OGs come back on Grey's Anatomy. Would you ever go back for a scene?
I don't know, but I would never say never.
Why don't you know that? Why would you not go back to Grey's Anatomy?
Why don't you just say, yes, I would love to go back? Because actually right now I'm doing cat food commercials, so anything is better than that. Ay, ay, ay. Some people never learn. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
You know how you hear people on the radio and you're like, I wonder what they look like when they're saying that. I wish I could see them. Well, you can. We're right there on youtube.com/KVJ show.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
thinking about today, Jaybird?
Well, I came into the studio today, feel a little sluggish, just haven't been really sleeping well. And I walk in the studio, and Virginia and our sweet Denny's, they are flying off the roof over here. They are just so much energy. It's like they're on goofballs or something. And Virginia's got this gremlin after midnight like energy. I want what she is on. And I made that joke. I go, I want what you're on. And then she even flips out even more. Oh my gosh, I'm on this stuff.
So here's what happened. Here's what happened this morning. Okay. So I came in here, and me and Denny's, we always chit chat, and he and I were commiserating about how both of us felt sluggish all this week. We were like, what's going on with us? We both feel sluggish. Sluggish. I'm like, maybe I should do this ginger shot that Panda gave me. Panda bought these ginger root pure shots from 3 natives up by me in Tequesta. And he left them for me in the fridge. And I was like, all right, let me just give these things a shot. They're supposed to give you this natural feel-good energy. I took half. I gave Denny's half. And within like 5 minutes, both of us were like, yeah!
It looked like you had the natural feel-good energy of cocaine. It looked like a 1980s Coke party in here.
Well, I was making fun of it because it tasted so bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, Denny's, you got to try this. It's terrible. He's like, okay, I got to try it. And so both of us didn't think it was going to work. We just thought it was going to taste bad, and we were going to laugh about it and move on.
Yeah.
But it actually worked.
I got the idea for You Can't Make a Face by doing those ginger shots. I do them quite frequently. I love them. I do them all the time. And it's pretty insane.
It's like the natural alternative to those energy shots or energy drinks.
All I'm saying is, your boy over here is sluggish and struggling. Can I get a hit?
Yes, you can. You can kill this bottle if you want to.
Is that, do I want more than that?
No, this is plenty.
Hey, Denny's, get the shot collar ready. You can't make a face.
I won't
You can't make a face.
I won't.
You cannot make a face.
This face isn't going anywhere.
And there are different standards. If you've ever done a lot of ginger shots, there are some that are a little bit weak, not too bad. But if you get a really strong, potent ginger shot, it is really tough to not make a face.
She's a big girl. This girl is full-bodied.
That's solid.
She's going to rock you.
I want to be rocked. I need to be rocked.
And then you're going to have that fun energy afterwards that me and Denny's had. We were unexpectedly hit with it.
I'll tell you, too, my wife, Mexican Queen, had sent me a TikTok video, and it was about going out and getting your own organic ginger. Because the one thing I will tell you, if people are like going, hey, let's go do what KVJ was talking about, get these ginger shots. They are pretty expensive. Like they start to add up. So I only do like one a week just because of the cost of that. But I know my wife works with someone that brings her ginger shots all the time. She makes her own. So they take the ginger root. I'll have to get this TikTok video. Maybe we can post it. But you can make your own. Just pressing them down and all that, and you'll save a ton of money.
I have a juicer. I need to fix that damn thing.
My only fear is this isn't enough juice to get me going.
Okay, well, me and Denny's split the other half of it. You'll be fine.
All right.
That's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need that'll be enough.
Take it down. Don't be a girl now. You got to get the whole thing.
Yeah, there ain't going to be no face to be made, my friends.
Okay, you can watch KVJ TV right now. You can't, it has to look like you're drinking water.
Okay, so
Denny's is going to be the executioner. He's going to keep an eye on it. If you make any kind of grimace from doing a ginger shot, he is going to light you up.
Oh, sweet mijo?
Yeah.
Denny's is lighting me up?
Oh, yeah. He's ready to get
He
you.
usually lights me up in a different way. All right, hey, to Sweet Denny's.
Okay, ginger shot down the hatch. All of it. Okay. I mean,
Oh my god, that is truly awful. Can I make a face yet?
you can go.
Can you believe?
It's burning my stomach. It goes right to the ulcer.
Oh yeah. Oh.
My god.
Yeah, right.
It's like a dragon. I have dragon mouth.
Oh, when you get a good ginger shot, man, they will knock you backwards.
You guys will know when it kicks in.
Oh boy.
You'll know.
It's good. I love it. Yeah, I do it. The one I get, I'll do like at Whole Foods. They have one. It's just called Wellness, and it's pretty much just all straight ginger. But that's a good one. And Three Natives has them. Raw Juice has them. All those kind of places you got throughout South Florida.
I love it.
It does them. Yeah.
I am hooked, man.
If something tastes that awful, I better get a buzz. I'm used to it. If it tastes awful, it's usually get a little buzz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll just feel good. That's the one
Energy.
thing. Yeah, just a nice natural energy. I've noticed because I really focused on the diet and putting good stuff in my body that, yeah, I feel probably the best I've ever felt in my life, just day to day.
That's interesting because I feel like the worst in my life. So we gotta go yin and yang kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll give you some secrets I got going on here.
Well, I'm interested in seeing if this works because low energy right now. If it kicks in, I'm a believer.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, you got to be, keep it up.
I hear you. I
don't think one ginger shot's going to change your life.
It definitely changed my mood and Denny's mood this morning.
Well, it wakes you up.
It
That's
wakes
what
you
it
up.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, it made me go, whoa.
Kicks you in the
It felt like a
nards.
little coffee, but I haven't had any coffee.
If the stutters, maybe twerk it might start kicking in. But
no ginger's that powerful.
No. I know I stutter, meanie, but it's going to make me stutter even more if it kicks in. That's what happens when I drink that Cuban coffee.
Somebody said, what exactly does it do? I'm sluggish and beat up from an injury. Would it help? I know turmeric helps. Is it in the shot? Yeah, this one, I think the one you're doing doesn't have turmeric in it, does it?
No, it's
Yeah,
straight
just
ginger.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's, you know what I would say? It's kind of like a wellness type thing. Ginger is just, I think, you'd have to do research on what it all does, but I think it helps boost your immune system and some different things like that. It's obviously in this era, I've been doing everything I can to live healthy.
All these people that go to juice bars and Tree Hug and all that,
Yeah.
they've been saying this for years, that if you make food your medicine, you won't need medicine.
Right.
And I kind of buy into what they're saying.
I totally do, yeah.
I mean, I know it sounds ridiculously hippie and all that,
Yeah.
but if you make food your medicine, you cannot have to use medicine.
Yeah.
It's a crazy concept, but it makes sense.
You
Why-
also-
Don't eat crap food.
Yeah, I
Don't
completely stopped. I don't do cheat meals or anything anymore. I'm all clean.
fried food, processed food, too much sugar. That's all crap food that's going to make you slug out.
I do hear a lot of food judgment right now.
I'm sorry.
I don't appreciate it, but
I feel it in my system, and
do.
maybe I'm just because I'm getting older and my body, I'm more aware of my body, and
Yeah.
I'm more aware of the machine and how it runs. And I can tell you, man, I am not a girl that should be eating fried food, carbs, or sugar.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Cut it all out, feel a lot better.
I hate it.
You're a man of carbs, sugar, and fried foods. What will you do?
You guys are speaking against my lifestyle. I'm offended.
Somebody said Aldi has them for $2. The ginger shots you can do, and somebody else says I boil a ginger root with garlic, cloves daily. Take it out as our drink. It helps with my gut issues. Yeah, it helps. There's some digestion. There's a long laundry list of things that it can do.
I think it even helps for stuff like high blood pressure, all that kind of stuff. Ginger was one of those super food thingies on that list when I thought I was dying in the month of October.
Don't go to it for taste. Go to it for health benefits.
But honestly, the taste, it kicks you in the nards, and it really does kind of wake you up. You're like, whoa. It's terrible. It is like fire. Yeah, they say it's loaded with antioxidants, prevents stress and damage to your body's DNA. They may help your body fight off chronic diseases like high blood pressure, heart disease, and diseases of the lungs. Plus, it promotes healthy aging.
Huh.
It gives you a case of the DBs, though. The dragon breath. My gosh, my mouth is on fire.
I'm going to see if Denny's can post the one video I have, so if you want to make your own, because like I said, it will put a dent in your pocket, because those places, those little hipster, trendy, hey, let's go get some ginger root juice.
The juice bar is not cheap.
Not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll send this to Denny's. All right, what you got on your mind today, Virginia?
So yesterday when I left here, I stopped to get groceries, and I go to that new Alton. There's a Publix there sometimes. I go in there, I pop in there just to grab stuff really fast and head home. They're giving the COVID vaccine there, and I haven't run into the whole COVID vaccine operation setup yet. Have you?
No, I think I had read it's pretty much just in Publix, and
Yeah.
that's causing a bit of an issue because they're saying that there are some communities. especially some of the poorer communities, are not close and don't have a Publix embedded within it. And so it's creating that type of systemic disparity in getting the vaccine.
I can see that. I can totally see that. It was neat to see, though, what was going on and how they were running it. I kind of just stood back and was watching a little bit because I wanted to kind of drink it in. And it kind of like gave me like a rush of like, wow, this is a very cool moment to be witness to. I saw this little old lady come up and she started talking to the pharmacist, and the pharmacist was explaining to her the whole process of, I got to give you this shot now, and then in 21 days later you come back, I give you your second dose. And this little old lady started thanking the pharmacist up and down and like getting emotional and saying like, thank you for saving my life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I get to see this moment. And then I started crying in the middle of the store. But it was like this moment, we don't realize all we've been through this past almost a year of COVID. And now that this vaccine is here, I mean, imagine you're an elderly person that's been worried about dying for the past year. And now they're getting this vaccine. And I feel so blessed that I got to witness this moment yesterday of this little old lady thanking this pharmacist for saving her life.
That's cool.
Does the moment get ruined if you find out that the old lady on her way out swiped the candy bar? Does it ruin it?
No.
Okay, all right. Just see when the line's at.
That old girl needs to snag a Snickers letter.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I don't think anybody over the age of 65 should have to pay for candy bars.
Amen. I agree with that.
I think it should be free. Just
You've
take them.
earned them.
Yes, you have.
Amen.
Just take them all you want. I thought this was rather interesting. I saw a list of the cities in Florida that have the most vacant homes. I think about this because, we're always walking Palm Beach and there are various areas. And all I keep thinking, because I noticed, because we walk in the summer through the fall and you got to see all these people come back. You're walking by these amazing homes. And you're like, isn't it really kind of a shame that nobody is in this home for 4 or 5 or 6 months?
And it's shuttered.
Yeah.
And they're nice looking usually.
They're unbelievable. They're all gorgeous homes. I'm like, I would completely move my entire family in here for 5 months out of the year just to be like, wow, this place is incredible. It feels like you're just wasting so much with the rich people we have here in Florida. Florida has 33 cities in the top 100 for the most vacant homes in America.
Wow.
Now, that was not surprising to me. If you live in Florida, especially in the southern part, What was kind of surprising, though, is how a lot of the top cities are on the West Coast, not even on the East Coast. When I started looking through this list, in fact, number 1 is Miramar Beach, which is up in the Panhandle. And 72% of the homes in Miramar Beach are vacant.
Wow, 72?
72%.
That's insane.
You've got like a Siesta Key at 65%. They're number 5 in Florida. The number 1 city in South Florida in our area here is Sunny Isle Beach. 52% of the homes in Sunny Isle Beach sit vacant most of the year. More than half of them.
Makes you kind of want to get a squatter spirit, doesn't it?
Well, I always think about that. I know these people, they don't need the money, but man, if they would Airbnb these places, could you imagine? I really would. I would move half of the year when it's hot and miserable. I would be excited because I'm like, we're going to live in the good place this part of the year.
I know people that are doing that already with just a regular house. They have an empty room and they are renting it out to people making some extra money.
Oh, there's a lot of people doing that.
Yeah.
If you go like on Facebook Marketplace and roommates and all that, people are bringing strangers into their homes right and left.
And I look at the pictures of the room, and it's just a small little room and a regular house and gardens. It's
furnished.
And they're charging like $900 for the room.
He's not lying.
Yeah, I saw yesterday a story about that where a lot of these hipsters were in the big cities, San Francisco and New York, and they left because they were so crowded and they wanted to get away from it, taxes, all that stuff. So they started moving out into the country, in the suburbs. Then they got out there, and through the whole pandemic, they realized how lonely they were.
Yeah.
And so now they're kind of moving into these big communes where all these hipsters now are putting 4 or 5 different people into one house so that they can be around people again, which is kind of odd because they did that to get away from having people all around them, and now they've gone to the country where now they're trying to get people all around them.
You a mess.
And they're not going to like that either. They'll get sick of the people around them. Someone will sleep with someone's girl. It'd be a mess.
So complicated.
You can't please a hipster, Kevin.
No, you can't. So number one for South Florida, Sunny Isle Beach, 52% of the homes are vacant a majority of the year. Key Largo is number 15 in Florida, but 2 in our area. Then you got Palm Beach. Half of the homes in Palm Beach, 50% are vacant.
Wow.
If you ever wondered that, how many of these homes are vacant?
Half.
That's Palm Beach, the
Palm
town?
Beach, the
Okay.
town of Palm Beach. Half of those homes are vacant. It's like, wow.
Crazy.
Lauderdale by the Sea, 45%. Aventura, 40%. Key Biscayne, 39%. And then right at about 37%, you got Marathon, Hallandale, and Miami Beach. So I was just like, man, if those people would just let the Ralstons come in for just 4 or 5 months out of the year.
And I feel like Kevin Ralston would become your maintenance and lawn guy. He would take care of it. He would make sure everything stayed on point, cut the lawn, trim the bush.
I would be able to do the trimming of the bush, the maintenance. I would make sure that I hired the best maintenance guy, and he would take care of all that. It would happen. So if you're one of those Palm Beachers and you're about to leave your house vacant for half the year, let me know. I'm down for it.
Houseboy.
I'd be a houseboy. Absolutely.
You could clean a pool.
I could definitely do all that stuff.
Oh, it'd be the
I've
most.
seen you clean. You clean pretty good.
I clean really well.
It would be the most organized pool ever.
Yeah, well, the pool floaties would be all color coordinated.
There'd be a whole prep about how to clean the pool.
You would never find a floating lizard in that pool.
No, you would not.
Never.
No,
Not
you
even
would
not a beetle, nothing.
Yeah. House would come back. The house would be better than when you left it. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, I thought this was kind of an interesting list, and it is categories that we all could probably do. It's the most and least rewatchable TV shows of the past 10 years. A lot of people are finding that as they're going through all their content and they're starting to get on programs they don't care for so much. They're saying, you know what, I'd rather just rewatch this. So which shows are the ones people are rewatching the most and the least? I'll let you know next.
What's hot now on the KVJ show?
You got Suits getting out, kicking around this weekend. Going to be wearing his lovely warm weather suit, I believe, on Saturday for the Mutt Derby. He's going to be at the Palm Beach Kennel Club starting at 12:30. They got, I guess, all kinds of different dogs that are going to be running, all shapes and sizes are out there. That's what they do now if they don't do the Greyhound running. In fact, the event's going to be benefiting local Greyhound adoption groups. So if you'd like to go out to the Palm Beach Kennel Club, they got a lot of cool activities for you to do out there, not just the doggies. They got suits. They got a little bit of card game action out there. You can get some high stakes poker going.
So much fun playing there.
Yeah.
I've done it before. I was in a little tournament in Virginia.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's a real fun little day. So you can go check out Suits this Saturday starting at 12:30 at the Palm Beach Kennel Club.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Junior's talking about getting the COVID vaccine at the Publix a minute ago. Got a couple texts about that. This might help some people out or at least give you an idea of what some other people's experiences are. Somebody texted into us and said, I've been trying to help my mom get the Publix COVID vaccine. You can only book online and you wait in a queue until they let you in to sign up. They got certain days that you can log on at 6 a.m. We've tried 3 days so far and have not been able to get an appointment yet. Typically, you wait about 2 hours and then the website lets you know when it's full. One day we got in and there were only 2 counties left and they weren't near us. Older people or people without computers would have to have somebody else help them because it's really the only way possible to get an appointment. You have to be very patient because it is not easy to get in. Somebody else texted in and said, for the vaccine in Publix yesterday, I was trying to set up appointments for my mom and dad, and I also did one for my neighbor, and they all think I'm a hero.
Aw.
Feels good because it was tricky to set up. So
It is. And that's a disadvantage for a lot of older people because they don't know how to navigate the website.
Right. Yeah, there's a certain kind of patience that has to go into that.
You got to recruit a grandchild and be like, okay, you're coming over and you're doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, right now in Florida, about 1.3 million people have received their first dose of the vaccine. That's just over 6% of the population. So that's where the numbers sit on the vaccine right now. So, all right, talking about stuff that people are streaming, that Bridgerton, the numbers are absolutely huge. on that, biggest Netflix show ever now, most watched. They thought that they'd have about 63 million member accounts checking out Bridgerton, but now they said it's actually 82 million.
Wow.
It's crazy.
You can see now why they've already renewed season 2.
The previous record was The Witcher, 76 million views in 28 days.
People love that Witcher.
It's interesting. Yeah, I've heard big stuff, and I've also heard mixed reviews on
People
that.
love a witch.
Virginia would. It's funny. You would actually hate that show.
Really?
Oh, you would hate it.
Yeah, I don't think it's your style. There is a list that is out. Somebody has gone on Bro Bible to do the most and least rewatchable TV shows of the past 10 years. Is what they have done here. Super rewatchable. They've got different categories. So the top category for the ones they say you could watch over and over again.
Is The Office on there?
It is made the list. I'll let you know what category, though. You'll have to be patient because it's not in the super rewatchable.
Sorry, dog. That ginger shot started to kick in.
Yeah. We got an untamed bird in here.
Yeah.
Is it on the list? Is it on the list?
Where's The
I need to
Office?
know.
Damn it, I want
Tell
that.
me now, Kevin.
I do feel like I
Screw
could
your stupid order.
starting to sweat.
It gave you a little energy, didn't it?
Yeah, but it kind of like a weird energy. I don't know, man. Some
Healthy
birds
things are happening in his body. He doesn't understand what's happening.
Me and Denny's loved it. His
Yeah.
body is rejecting
It is. It's something healthy. It's just not good for him.
as you were.
Veep, Fleabag, S-Bombs Creek. They put it super rewatchable.
Okay.
I know 2 of those shows, and I was actually thinking about going back to rewatch Veep. I love that show. One, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is one of my all-time favorites, but it's a raunchy cutting comedy, which is probably my favorite. It's just and I love insults. There's something just great about great insult comedy, and it is that. They just rip on each other, and it's brutal. It's
You would
really
like that.
good.
It's a good show. Very
Okay,
funny.
all right.
It's very cutting, very funny, very dirty. But
Not really politically correct. It's good. It's a good
Yeah.
show.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, I would put that up, or I think I could watch that again. In the next category down, which they call very rewatchable, they've got Your Office in there.
Very rewatchable.
Yeah. It's not super, but it's very rewatchable.
This list is a little off.
They have Breaking Bad in there at very rewatchable.
Could you rewatch that series and be pumped about it? Or
No.
it's too much, right?
I wouldn't put it there. Yeah, I would put it a category down. So
I'm with
I don't
ya.
agree with that. Don't know The Office. I've seen a little bit of Parks and Recreation. They have that in very rewatchable. And Friday Night Lights, maybe I could rewatch that. I don't have a desire right now, but maybe I could. The reason being, again, it's characters that you really love. S-Bombs Creek is kind of the same way, where you just really, it's almost like when you're watching the show, even though you know what's going on, you feel like you're hanging out with family or friends. It's very comforting. And I could see that in this era we're in right now, where you want to just feel like, some shows feel like a warm blanket. You ever had that experience?
Yes, and you need it.
And some shows feel like a cactus jacket.
They do. You're right. Absolutely. New Girl, they put it very rewatchable on their list. The moderately engaging. This is your 3rd level down for rewatchable shows. They put Mad Men in there. They put The Americans, Community, Boardwalk Empire, Justified, and The Good Place.
Mad Men would be good if they take out all the love scenes and just do the boardroom. Doing
really?
the
Okay.
yeah.
Your own edits.
I would do some edits, and that would make it in the more watchable category.
Wouldn't it be nice for some shows if you could do your own edits?
It would be nice.
Yeah, it would. And then the hit or miss category, this is pretty much down at the bottom. Some people would love to rewatch it, other people wouldn't. Game of Thrones. I would not go back and rewatch that. I think it would be good and I would enjoy it. If it had a great ending and I knew I was going to a nice destination I enjoyed, I would do it. But I don't
you're
think
mad because it didn't really bring you there.
I just don't think I would rewatch it. Yeah,
If it was
it's
on-
a really massive time investment.
It is. If it was on in the background, I could get caught up in it, but I would not seek it out.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Is there any show that you would put at the super rewatchable category that wasn't listed?
Cobra Kai, never die. Cobra Kai.
You go back and watch that over again?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
They had a Keeping Up with the Kardashians marathon on yesterday, and it went way back to when Kim and Kanye first met. I was like, aw.
Surely that's not your answer.
That's my answer.
You can't turn off her microphone. You have that power.
I'm stunned my daughter has gone back and watched Grey's Anatomy.
My daughter
maybe
loves Grey's.
Second or third time. It's what, 11 seasons or something like that, or 14? I don't know. It's in the tens. It's double-digit seasons. and she's going back and at least watching it for a second time, maybe a third. I was surprised by that.
I was too. I
wouldn't think that's a rewatchable show.
I thought it was an older show, but I guess the young generation found it.
Still cranking, I think, right? Is it still on?
I think so.
Is
I thought
it?
it was.
I don't know. I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think you're right.
The other one that would be good, very rewatchable, The Sopranos.
Possibly, yeah. I could see that.
There's so many characters and so many different
Yeah.
storylines. If you binge watch that, you're kind of confused.
The first season was absolutely amazing. That really caught me up. With Uncle Junior and his mom and all that. I thought that was a great season. I would definitely rewatch that. Somebody said Sex in the City, super duper rewatchable.
I've seen it so many times.
So you're kind of testifying that it's rewatchable.
I watch it a lot, Virginia.
I like to put Sex in the City on and fall asleep to it. It's just comfortable. It's like that blanket you talked about.
Yeah, I think that's why you're seeing people starting to rewatch shows because there is a comfort level to it.
Is there any kind of old show? I thought about going into Cheers. I never saw Cheers. I hear it's an amazing...
It's a good question. I have that. I think it's on Netflix because I think I have it on my list, and I haven't gone back into it. But if I got through the stuff that I'd really like to see, I would possibly go in there and check it out.
Is it too old and depressing?
I don't think so because a lot of people are actually saying Golden Girls, and that's in the same era. And so I don't know that. In fact, I think a lot of people want the feeling of nostalgia, and more comfort comes from your youth. And so watching a show, which you and I, we all grew up with shows like Cheers and Golden Girls and stuff like that we might like it.
Do you want to come over and binge watch Different Strokes with me this weekend,
He
Virginia?
can snuggle on his crappy couch.
Damn, that is cold. Invite revoked.
Yeah, somebody said I teach high school and all the kids keep going back and rewatching Grey's Anatomy. It's bizarre
Yes.
because it's a huge investment and it's still running.
I mean, that started how many years ago? How many seasons is Grey's?
2005, I was watching that. I remember because that was on the same night as The Office on Thursday nights.
Okay.
And I come into work all tired on Friday.
2005 to 2021?
At least 2006.
That's insane. That's a run right there.
Someone else said top category for rewatchable, Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
It is. It's very funny. Curb Your Enthusiasm's another one. Very rewatchable.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that. A lot of the episodes are really kind of the same with just different scenarios.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he gets in weird scenarios.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and then he argues with people.
And then he argues with people, yeah. There you go. You pretty much summed up Curb Your Enthusiasm. All right, anything else that you want to throw in here and add to our list? You can, 877-979-WRMF. Got some birthdays going down today. Big ol' happy birthday shout out to Ariel Winter. She is 23. She played Alex Dunphy on Modern Family. Elijah Wood, he's a Hobbit. He's 40. Got some boy band birthdays. Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys is 41. And Joey Fatone from NSYNC turns 44 today. You got Rick Ross, Fort Lauderdale hip-hop star, 45. And Sarah McLachlan. She'll make you cry with her dog commercial. She's 53
Gosh,
today.
they always put that thing on 1 o'clock in the morning. You have like a little wine buzz.
It's become the Sarah McLachlan hour.
Yeah, it's so depressing.
In the arms of the angel. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Cue up the tears. Got some other birthdays here. Happy birthday to Tyler Youngquist from your loving wife, Brittany, your boys, Jace and Easton, your daughter, Teresa, and Hans, the dog. Got a photo of the fam right there on KVJ TV.
Oh, where's Hans the dog?
I was looking for Hans.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cute pic. That's an outdoors family right there.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
They look like they wrestle alligators for fun.
Yeah, they do.
They got
and
one of
win.
them knobby tired buggies. Yeah.
I love it.
Gators fear them.
Also, shout out to Zachary Menton, turning 30 today, from Mom Eli G, Darren Fenway, and Bella. And happiest birthday to Dave B from your sis and the Pickle Squad. Pickle! Got a birthday. You want to get in on the KVJ show, you let us know about it. Mail at kvjshow.com. MAIL at kvjshow.com. Well, yesterday on the show, you never know when you turn a mic on around here, can you?
I'm sorry, Kevin, for my partner over here.
Sorry. I was showing Jaybird something.
But she's always yelling on the microphone right when the song's about to end, and it's always a swear word.
Yeah, like I know.
It's not FCC friendly. You probably just had to dump her.
Yeah.
I can say that.
I don't know, dog. I don't know the rules
And I'm
anymore.
waiting. I'm like, she is going to stop talking, right? We have to go on the air now.
You can't stop that.
Sorry.
She's all mad about how they're doing the dogs sniffing. I don't know.
We'll get
I'm
to
not
it a little
mad.
bit later. Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah, we're just kind of talking about what happened last night at American Airlines Arena. Yesterday on the show, we were talking about this survey that had been done with people in England about the best and worst things that have come out of America. You know, they talked about how we're just known for guns and other things that we've come out with that have been so bad. But they also listed some things that were good. A lot of it entertainment, you know, some inventions and the such. And we started talking a little bit about, okay, well, if we flip the script on Britain, like what would we say best and worst things come out of there? Their music, they've had unbelievable artists that have come out of England over, you know, the last century.
But we scoff at fish and chips, and we don't like Fig Newtons.
Well, here's what Vivian had to say. She's one of our KVJ Nationers in England, and she said, I am from England. I live in Florida, and I thought I would put my 2 cents in after your list of British/American good and bad views. We have racial inequality in our past, but our history is so long compared to America that it was much further back than in America. So we have had longer to reach a closer balance, even though it still does exist. Okay, so given that perspective, she said, fish and chips here is just not a good representation of the British food. You have to have it in the UK to make a judgment. It's like American Mexican food compared to actual Mexican food or Cajun food at a chain restaurant. Also, figgy pudding and spotted dick haven't been eaten for generations, but we can't break that connection. Americans love a spotted dick reference.
We do.
Yeah.
Because we can get away with saying a bad word.
Yeah.
Virginia will say it anyway.
She's gonna say it again.
Yeah, usually when the song's ending and I got to turn on the microphone.
She's on a full bottle of ginger, dog.
Yes, I
Look
know.
out.
It's
tough
not
to
my
rein
fault.
everybody in.
It's not my fault. I was overserved a ginger shot.
And bad news for Kevin, mine just kicked in.
Yes. It's going to be a long morning.
Oh, yeah.
Denny's get that vodka ready. Also, another text saying, listening to the list of things the British said was the worst. When I was in London, many of the people I spoke to were shocked I did not have an arsenal of guns in my home. I guess they think that every American is just a cowboy with tons of guns hanging out every pocket and an arsenal in every home. So that is their perception, at least. Now, one thing we posted up on the KVJ Show Facebook page, I made it a little bit more inward here. Not an American-British thing, but just a Florida thing. If we did a best-worst list to come out of our great state here, what would make the list on the best and the worst?
I mean, you got to put key lime pie on there. It's
yeah.
so good.
I would say the meth problem, probably.
Everybody's got a meth problem.
Yeah, I'll tell you honestly, Florida I don't think is nearly as bad as
like Kentucky,
West
Ohio,
Virginia.
West
Yeah,
Virginia.
My area where I'm from.
Would ours be crack then? Cocaine? What would be Florida's? We're known for some kind of drug, aren't we?
I think we're known for a sprinkling of everything. But if you're talking about the meth problem in the like the middle of the country, it's bad.
I think we got heroin issues.
Okay.
I don't know if it's more than anybody else, but I know that's prevalent in South Florida. A lot of the rehab places are dealing with the heroin for whatever reason. It made a comeback. So if you're talking about some of the best things from the comments that we got on our KVJ Show Facebook page, you know, some people, good or bad, Disney is there to come out of Florida. A lot of people, when you think Florida, the first thing you're going to think about is Walt Disney World and all the theme parks.
And if people are trashing Disney, they're trashing it because they either can't afford it, probably, right?
I don't get why you would trash Disney. It seems like an all positive thing, right?
Oh, it's
To
a
me.
well-run machine.
Yeah. Some of the other things that people put on the best list to come out of Florida, summer sunsets, weather, beaches, things like that, natural springs.
Can I get an amen for some manatees? We're fanatees of the manatees.
It made the list, yeah.
Aw.
Other things, Publix and Publix subs
Amen.
made the list. Makes sense. Cuban sandwich. They were first made in Tampa, not Cuba. So we can take credit for that here out of the great state of Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
They're not from Cuba?
They were made in, I think it was Ybor City is the history behind that. That, and I think a lot of the cigars as well.
Huh.
One of the best things that come out of Florida, the legend of the skunk ape.
Oh, okay.
Right? This thing on?
One comment, Florida women. Okay, yes, we have some
yeah.
beautiful ladies in the great state of Florida.
Lots of bikinis.
Mm-hmm. Worst things to come out of Florida. Mosquitoes. Everglades boa snakes.
Ooh.
Face-eating zombies.
Did Creed come out of Florida?
Jacksonville. Yeah, they did.
All right.
We got Creed and Limp Bizkit.
Well, then my vote's for Limp Bizkit.
Face-eating zombies.
And I think I get that. That's why meth is in my head. I thought that the face-eating zombie, I thought there was a meth tied to it, but I think I'm wrong. I don't think they ever
That was
did.
bath salts, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think.
The one in Miami, I think, was bath salts. The one in Tequesta, I don't know if they ever found anything in that
Yeah.
kid's system. I think he just lost his marbles.
I don't think the guy in Miami had bath salts either. I think they thought he did. I don't think they know what happened with either one of those cases.
Got a lot of tasty faces.
Weird, man.
So weird.
Serial killers. Worst things to come out of Florida. Crackheads. Florida man. Jeffrey Epstein. Do we get credit for that guy? Maybe we did.
Yeah.
I think we do.
Dang.
Well, partial credit. He's New York.
But
Yeah.
he did some time here. He's still got Florida ties.
He did a lot of his work here.
He did a lot of his diddling here, but he got his start in New York.
I think you still give him Florida credit.
Casey Anthony. I guess we're getting credit for her. Yeah, I guess we should, yeah. She's Orlando, now West Palm. And Joe Exotic.
Is he Florida?
Yeah, I guess you're right. He's Oklahoma, isn't he?
Yeah.
We have Carol Baskin.
Yeah.
And I might maybe put her on the good list, even though she possibly killed her husband.
Nah, I think she's just as evil as him.
Okay.
I'm Carol Baskin from Big Cat Rescue.
Hey there, cats and kittens.
Cats and yeah, she's pretty awful, Kevin.
She's awful, Kevin.
Okay. Is there anything that we missed on our list for best worst out of Florida?
We did. Jan just met. Tom Petty came out of Florida, Gainesville.
Yeah, you did.
Yep, that's a good one.
Good call.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had a couple big musical artists that have come out, especially in the Southern rock genre. NASA, how about that, Virginia? Best thing to come out? No?
I know it's important. I get it. Don't send me no emails.
About what, you hate NASA?
Yeah.
You know it's important.
Worst, love bugs. If you live in the middle of the state, that is an issue.
Love bugs are an issue, but I would definitely challenge that and say mosquitoes are worse.
Yeah.
What would you throw alligators on? Worst or best? Because I love watching them, but I also
They're fascinating.
don't
yeah.
hate getting. I mean, I hate getting eaten. So worst or best? I don't know.
Most of us hate getting eaten.
Let me see. Somebody's saying with Joe Exotic, he got his start at Lion Country Safari, so maybe we can take credit for him.
Interesting.
He did. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think his whole thing
his
went
persona's
down.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daniel Tosh 0. There you go. I love his show.
What do you put Marilyn Manson on? Good or bad list?
I'll give him good.
Yeah, give him good.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan.
That's
Oh,
right,
that's
brother.
right.
Yeah. A lot
And that
of wrestling.
reality show that ripped his family apart was shot in Tampa.
Yeah, you can just put WWE, I think. That's a Florida product, basically.
That's true.
There's a lot of wrestling.
Yeah. Go on ahead and give us credit for that. And one that is basically covering both lists, KVJ show, good and bad. So there you are.
People are cold.
Yeah, we're on both. Coming up here in a second, time for another KVJ draft. Today, we're going to be doing movies from the 90s. We each get to pick 3, trying to put together the best team of movies from the 90s coming up next.
What's hot now on the KVJ show?
Well, things do look different still in this COVID era, including the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. They're celebrating their 30th anniversary, and the race is still going down this Saturday, but it is going to be virtual. You can still get information, though, on the race, including how you can help out at KomenFlorida.org/race. And for every $100 raised, Komen can fund a mammogram for a woman in need. So still be a part of it, still be inspired. We're just doing it online virtually this Saturday at KomenFlorida.org kvj.com/race.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
KVJ draft today is best movies from the 90s. We each are going to get 3 picks to try to put together the best combo of 3 movies that we possibly can. The draft order, will it matter? I don't know. We'll see. I just drew myself a queen.
Ooh.
So we'll see if I get to snag the movies on the top of my list.
To match the queen you have at home.
That's right.
Are a king drew a queen.
Virginia, what'd you get?
I'm going to beat your queen with an ace.
Wow. Dang.
Suck it.
You made a deal with the devil, you witch.
Yep, all day long.
She may be the devil.
She might be the
Have
devil.
you ever seen both of them in the same place at the same time?
You're right.
Jaybird, what'd you get over there?
I got an 8 of diamonds.
Okay.
Middle of the road.
Denny's, what you got?
I got a queen as well.
You're
Queen of
actually-
hearts.
You're the bottom of the pack.
Right now in
Bird.
last place.
Okay. And Suits got what?
He got a 2.
Oh,
Deuce is wild.
Suits got a 2.
took Jaybird's card.
You still got that stack. Let you and I redraw for that order. I think Spades typically beats, but I don't know, and I could be wrong, and then people will crucify me for it. So
It's wrong, Kevin.
I don't need that kind of heat. Not today. Okay. You're going to get it, Denny's. I got a 3. Oh, you got an ace. Wow. Okay. Well, you left no doubt.
He came to play.
Big
He
D,
left
they call
no
him.
doubt. Okay, Virginia, then Denny's, then Kevin, then it goes Jaybird, and then our boy Suits draws last. Again, he usually is dominant at this. He's not getting good draft draws. Okay, here we go. So we start off with Virginia. You get the first overall pick in our KVJ draft best movies from the 90s. What do you go with?
I got to go with my favorite movie, right? Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That was
taking it.
on my list too.
Strong one to go with.
Do it with confidence.
I'm taking it.
There you go.
With the overall first pick, because I'm a witch,
There. Okay.
I'm taking Pulp Fiction.
Okay. All right, that is off the board. We go to Denny's next. What are you going to go with your first overall pick?
Personal favorite, and it rattled the movie industry when it came out because of the twist at the end. I'm going The Usual
You
Suspects.
son of a biscuit.
Wow.
One of the best movies ever.
That's a great movie. Virginia, you've seen. Oh, never mind. You've ignored all of my requests to watch it.
Can I come over and watch it?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
I'd be tickled pink. I'll get food.
Oh, what kind of food?
Whatever you want. Whatever witches eat.
I'm in a mood for some Thai.
Sorry, Kevin.
Is this thing on?
Let me know when you guys have your dinner plans all short away. We'll continue on, but not until you're done.
We're done. I'm sorry.
Okay. With my first pick, I'm going to go with The Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, he Shawshanked us.
I just got shanked.
You did get shanked. All right, Bird, your pick.
Team Jaybird goes with Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting.
That's a good one.
Okay. All right, cruising through this. Best movies from the 90s. We get Suits for the next 2 picks. Suits, what do you got with your first and second picks here for the best movies from the 90s?
So first pick, I'm going to take Goodfellas.
Oh, yes.
Good one.
And on my second pick, I am going to take Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
Interesting. Clarice.
All right, we are back to Jaybird in draft order. Jaybird, what are you going to go with?
Team Jaybird picks Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. The dinosaur movie.
You said it
Jurassic
funny.
Park.
You said Drastic Park.
Why don't you worry about your mediocre list over there?
Whatever. First pick beating you.
Okay, I have got the next pick in the draft, and I am going to go with The Matrix.
Very good.
Going for the popcorn vote. I see what you're doing, Ralston.
Popcorn vote?
Yeah, get the popcorn vote.
What does that mean?
Yeah, you just kind of. It's a safe pick.
He just made that up.
No, I did.
The popcorn vote.
What is that?
What? What does that even mean?
It means a safe pick. Yeah, it's really what it means. Denny's right, Denny?
Because popcorn is safe?
Why don't you just again, work on that mediocre list?
Okay, Denny's, your second pick here, best movies from the 90s. Which one you going with?
I'm going to go The Truman Show with Jim Carrey.
Okay.
After you see that movie, you think everyone's filming you?
Yeah, it's a feeling that I think all kids have until a certain age, that you're, the only real person out there.
Okay, all right. There's a psychological evaluation that goes along with that pick. Virginia, your next two, you finish up here. Second and third picks for best movies from the 90s are going to be what to go with Pulp Fiction?
I am going to take Birdcage, which I love.
And just like that, Virginia loses the tournament.
That movie's awesome.
Okay.
Birdcage. And
right.
then I am going to take Fargo.
Ah, that was my next pick.
Birdcage.
You just look how rattled you got Denny's over there.
Can't cage this bird.
Me and Denny's are on the same page.
Okay, Virginia's done with her picks. Denny's, your final pick for best movies from the 90s?
I'm going to go with it just because of the shock factor. The Sixth Sense, first time that came out.
Big D came to play.
Okay. And my final pick... Oh, boy.
I know, it's that third one, dog.
It is. Where do you go? What do you pick? Do I want to sabotage Bird?
Take it. Hurt him.
You ain't got the nards to do it.
Take it.
You won't do it.
Man, I'm going to be leaving one of the greatest movies out there. I'm going to leave out a personal favorite.
Which one do you? What are you thinking of?
I'll let you know when I get through the whole thing. But I'm going to balance out my list. Go with a comedy called Happy Gilmore.
Oh.
Jaybird, your final pick.
I have to reconfigurate. Because that was my next pick.
Kevin Shawshanked you again.
He did. Team Jaybird, we're locking in with Ghost.
Ghost. Okay. All right. And the final pick of the draft goes to Suits. Suits, what is your final movie from the 90s you're going to choose?
It's safe. I can't believe nobody picked it. I'm going to take Forrest Gump.
I mean,
Oh,
talk
yes.
about popcorn.
Yeah.
Popcorn
It's
win?
popcorn, right, Virginia?
It's too safe, Suits. You just lost the tournament.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think people like Forrest Gump.
People are sick of it.
Hashtag dump Gump.
People are mean to Gump in the beginning. I'm kind of anti-Gump.
You hate Gump.
I do.
The movie, not the man.
No.
Yeah,
I like the man.
I was wondering that because I had that near the top of my list too. But I was like, is Gump going to do it for anybody these days?
It's too popcorn.
No,
Okay.
You took a Gump dump. Sorry, Suits.
Okay.
Now he's gonna keep rhyming Gump with insults.
Okay, we get it. There's so many movies that you could have gone with.
So
there was
many.
a lot left on the board. Tommy Boy, I was struggling with that. I can't believe that might be my favorite movie from the 90s, and I didn't even pick it.
Uh-oh.
Dumb and Dumber, Groundhog Day, Pretty Woman, Home Alone, American Pie, The Fugitive, My Cousin Vinny, A Few Good Men, Casino, There's Something About Mary, Independence Day, Toy Story, Lion King, Mrs. Doubtfire, The Sandlot, Saving Private Ryan,
Dang, A Few Good Men, Virginia.
That wouldn't be on my list.
Apollo 13, Fight Club, Friday, Men in Black, Office Space, Point Break.
I know. I thought about Point Break. I didn't think it'd win me the tournament, so I went with another movie that was Ghost.
What?
I'm sorry. I think that
You need to pick a Porky Pig movie. You're stammering like you just got
Close
electrocuted.
that ginger you gave me, dog. I feel like I got the hives breaking out.
Do we have the antidote for the ginger buzz? We need to hit him.
I think it's alcohol.
Denny's, get him a beer.
Braveheart, Clueless.
Braveheart.
Braveheart. Yeah.
You blew it.
I blew it.
Seven, The Green Mile, Reservoir Dogs, American Beauty, and Boys in the Hood. All movies that did not get picked.
American Beauty.
American Beauty. Kevin Spacey's not that popular.
You're right. You're right. Good point.
Okay, so here's what we did pick. Virginia's got Pulp Fiction, Birdcage, and Fargo. Denny's has got The Usual Suspects, The Truman Show, and The Sixth Sense. I've got The Shawshank Redemption, The Matrix, and Happy Gilmore. Bird has got Goodwill Hunting, Jurassic Park, or the Drastic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Why don't you just, who put a nickel in you?
Forever, that movie will be Jurassic Park. It is drastic.
It is drastic.
Freaking
They went too far.
dinosaurs are eating people.
They went too far.
That's drastic.
You can't make a mistake around here, Denny.
Yeah. And Suits has got Goodfellas, The Silence of the Lambs, and Forrest Gump. Is Suits going to take it again today?
Wow.
That's last place.
That's just whatever. Whatever, Birdcage.
Oh, I'm top dog.
There's no way Virginia does not get the last place slot again.
Picked
No way,
first,
huh?
most votes.
Guaranteeing Virginia's last place. I'm predicting it now.
Guaranteeing it, huh? Yep. Okay. Well, you can go cast your votes. We're going to post that up on our Facebook page, Instagram as well. You can let us know who you think put in the best round of 3 for the best movies from the 90s. All right. Hopefully you guys are all ready to laugh here. We got Denny's. He is all ginned up on ginger, and I expect some extra fire in this joke jury today.
Get him.
Yeah, I feel it's very invigorating, that ginger. I'm gonna try to get like 2 or 3 of those a week.
I'm going to try to fix my juicer and then buy raw ginger from Bednar's.
All right.
Yeah.
Do that, because I put up that video Kevin sent from TikTok. I'm going to make my own ginger.
Is it easy?
It looks pretty easy.
Yeah, it was just taking regular raw ginger root that you could buy in a store, and then you kind of like mash it, you put in a little thing, heat it up, hot water, and then boom, it kind of you siphon out the ginger juice, and you're good to go.
Yeah, it's just a blender.
Interesting.
Yeah, go to our KVJ Show Facebook page if you want to see that video on how you can make your own ginger. It'll save you a lot of money. That's
I don't
the
like
reason why.
it. I don't like it at all. It's giving me anxiety.
We gave Jaybird a little bit of it.
It's too much.
You drank double what me and Denny's drank because, you know, you go big, you go hard.
Yeah, but it's
and
not.
now you're having a panic attack and you won't stop brushing your hair. And you're giving me a panic attack.
Well, brushing my hair is the only thing that's calming me right now. I'm not
been
gonna
like
lie.
20 minutes.
It's kind of calming me, so get used to the brushing.
Ginger trips him out.
Yeah.
Ginger anxiety. It ain't a fun ride, Kevin.
It's amazing how badly his body reacts to anything healthy.
Right? His
Yeah.
body is rejecting the health benefits of ginger.
Yeah, doesn't like it.
You are creeping me out with that hair brushing.
I'm sorry, dog. It calms me.
Kevin, make him stop.
All right, fine.
All right, here we go. We are going to give our thoughts on Denny's homegrown comedy here today. Got 5 jokes for you in the joke jury. What you got, Denny's?
Joke 1. What sometimes happens after Netflix and chill?
I don't know. What does happen?
Regretflix and chill.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Okay. That's hard for some people around here. Okay.
Second joke. Where can you buy shares of chicken noodle soup?
I don't know. Where can you buy shares of chicken noodle soup?
The stock market.
Topical.
Chicken jokes.
I love chicken cooking jokes.
You're a huge fan of poultry humor.
I love chicken stock.
Well, good for you then.
Always look at the calories on your chicken stock. You want it to be high with low sodium.
Yeah, Dennis, you want it to be high.
That's why I stopped buying those bouillon cubes. You look at how much sodium's in those things.
Too much sodium.
yeah.
It'll
Not
kill
enough
ya.
chicken. It's all salt.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to go low salt, high calories.
All right.
I'm a salt fan.
Next joke. What did Davy Jones say about there? What did Davy Jones say to the octopus when it was time to go?
What did he say?
Let's get cracking.
Okay.
Smart comedy.
Fourth joke. What did Michael Scott say about his wife's new garden hut?
I don't know. What did he say about his wife's new garden hut?
That's what she said.
Oh, she said. Oh, this is an office joke.
It's an office joke.
Jaybird, you're a fan of The Office. How'd that
It's
hit?
an office joke. It's not a very good one.
Oh, you should be giggling.
I am giggling. I'm too busy having an anxiety attack.
Brush. Just go back to brushing. Go back to brushing.
I don't want to distract him.
And final joke for you guys. What game of golf do cannibals play?
I don't know. What game of golf do cannibals play?
Skins.
Okay. Right.
Topical Army Hammer.
Army Hammer.
I love
There
it.
you go. All right, very nice. Thank you very much, Denny, for your joke jury there. Appreciate that.
Yay.
Yesterday, I didn't really get how big of a story this was going to be when somebody had texted us in about the GameStop stock that
yes.
had gone up. I thought it was just a random comment on, stock up, stock down. We were talking about with WRMF artists.
It's
who's
a
up, down.
manipulation.
Yeah, I don't understand the stock market. I am reading this story. I've read it about 8 times, and I still don't understand what the heck happened.
I think Suits understands it. Do you understand it, Denny's?
Suits and I have been discussing it.
Okay.
Here's what the story says. It says an army of amateur traders loosely organizing on Reddit have shaken up all preconceived notions about the stock market as they fueled the meteoric rise of GameStop stock. Shares of GameStop, which does the video games, has struggled in recent years. It went up nearly 2,000% since the beginning of the year. They were trading at around $350 yesterday. That's when we got that text. Somebody said, yeah, I bought the GameStop stock and it's going awesome for me. It was $18 a share earlier this month. So from $18 to $350.
Wow.
That created billions of dollars in value for these shareholders. And I think they narrowed it down to just like maybe 3 people that really kind of got it going on. They were cornering the stock market. I know you can dabble in stock market crime. So I don't know if this is going to be a big bust that's going to follow this. But they said in 4 weeks, 1,700% increase in the stocks. And they said that individual investors, the largest ones, gained more than $3 billion in net worth during the rally. So somehow they're using Reddit to get people to rally in and buy these stocks, because I had seen it's the Reddit's Wall Street Bets board. They did the same thing with AMC movie stock. Set that up more than 200%. So they go on there and say, start buy, and they coordinate these efforts on social, I guess, to manipulate stock prices, and they're all in on it because they're on that Reddit board, and then they go and they benefit from it.
So are we talking about a little IT thing going on here, a little insider trading?
It could, well, I guess in a sense, if you consider insider trading being on a Reddit stock board, Stutz is in there frantically shaking his head.
So I'll have him go into more detail.
Yeah,
but
he knows it.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to prove this is what big companies do. If they want to influence what a stock is going to do, a bunch of wealthy people will get together and they'll buy the stocks, and it'll drive the price up, and people in the biz will see that, and then they're like, oh, this stock is increasing, we should invest in it. So they're proving that they're doing the same thing that big companies are doing, that you can now do, just getting people, local people, or a smaller group of people, non-conglomerate, to rise stocks up. They're making a point. It's all in an attempt to show that we can, the people
we can do this. We don't need to pay people that are investment portfolio managers to do this.
And they're essentially,
and they're right.
They're doing, it's kind of insider trading what the big businesses do,
right,
without getting caught.
Right.
So we're showing that you can do the same thing on a different scale, not on a corporate scale, but on a public scale.
And be a layman.
Yeah, and it's all kind of like a troll. It's basically trolling the stock market.
It's an awesome troll that makes everything turn upside down. And with a Reddit thread, you can change the stock market.
Absolutely, and
it's pretty wild.
I think it all stems from like the 4chans, where they have people influence online polls. There's a group that likes to troll, I guess, the world. And what they do is they find these online, polls they're doing for celebrities and stuff, and they'll have everybody from their forums go there and vote against what they think's the proper choice.
Oh, okay.
They'll pick the one that's the worst choice, and it'll win by a landslide. And the company then can, sometimes they'll back out of their offer and make them look bad, or they'll actually fulfill the offer. There was a contest they did where they sent Pitbull. He'll play a concert in any Walmart in America. They all got together and they voted for him to go to like Nome, Alaska. Where there's only like 200 people in this city, in the town.
Oh, that's great.
And he actually went and performed for them. So he fulfilled. But there was a Taylor Swift contest where they did the same thing, and she refused to perform.
Because it got hacked.
It was hang out with Taylor Swift. They picked this random guy from the internet who's like kind of like this, guy, and they had him win by a landslide, and she wouldn't do it.
Oh, wow.
So,
come on, Taylor.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
So it's
interesting.
It's kind of like what they're doing now. It's like a giant troll against everybody.
Yeah, I believe it was Dow Jones who once said, no, I'm just kidding.
Brush, baby, just brush.
Just keep brushing. Just keep brushing. I love it. I love it. I wonder if this will change the game. I assume they'll probably have to rewrite some regulations to try to keep this from happening, or at least go about it differently.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to figure out how to get involved or stop it from happening, but I like when people are turned up, the establishment is turned upside down, and people that have always been investment portfolio managers are turned upside down by a bunch of kids on Reddit.
They showed a way to beat the Matrix, basically.
That is exciting.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff. Sounds like this is a pretty big deal. The stock for GameStop that has skyrocketed by nearly 2,000% since the beginning of the year, and it was all pretty much set up by people on a Reddit thread that have gone in there. Some of the texts that we got explain a little bit more. In fact, somebody had texted into us and said Melvin Hedge Fund predicted GameStop would do badly, so they dumped stocks, which lowered the value of GameStop. And then Reddit just kind of trolled the stock market and said, no, let's save them, let's buy it up. And then that shot up the value. And it shot up, it did. It started at $18 a share earlier this month and was at $350 yesterday. So there were some people who were not your traditional Wall Street fat cats making a good bit of money on that. Somebody said the people on the Reddit board are squeezing out the short sellers. A lot of hedge funds lost billions in the last week as a result of this. So it sounds like the small guy organizing is sticking it to the big guy. Everybody loves that story, don't they?
They do.
I think, too, what's great about it is, like, guys that don't have, like, years of experience, and I work for a big firm, and I have all these fancy accolades on the wall for my trading skills. Like, these are just guys in a room with a computer that are like, no. We're going to do this and show you that we can do it, too. And I guess the establishment is kind of pissed. They're like, no.
Yeah, I saw the White House is monitoring this to see what's going on, see if they need to step in and try to stop it. Somebody else texted in and said the other aspect of this is the billionaire hedge funds that are also about to lose billions of dollars from this. You might have some really upset people on Palm Beach today. So that's another reason for the everyday man rallying hard behind GameStop. It is kind of the little guys against the big guys.
Fascinating.
With this. Yeah, once the everyday man started playing by the billionaire's rules, you start getting all the hit pieces out about what they're doing is now somehow illegal. And somebody had sent in this meme, Reddit users buy a stock equals manipulation, government prints $4 trillion for Wall Street equals banking. So it seems like there's a different set of laws for one person versus the other. And this is a cool story because somebody said, I had a guy at my bar yesterday tip the kitchen staff and servers $50 each because he was blessed with the stock market and wanted to bless everybody else.
Wow.
So he was raking in on that, and that's what the little guy does. The big guy takes it, puts it in their pocket, and buys another boat. Little guy goes out and tips people at the bar.
We got to get involved in the stocks. We got to make our move. The time is now, Virginia.
I don't know. I don't know how to do all that.
Okay, never mind. That ended quick.
Yeah.
I feel like I would try to do some move, make some move, and then lose everything.
You got to learn. It'd be interesting if somebody can tell anybody out there, how could you learn what's a stock market for dummies?
Yeah, these little guys actually learned how to do it. And so and they figured stuff out, and they figured out how to beat the big guys. I still don't know how to beat the big guys.
I've been wanting to put money in Nabisco for a long time. I have.
You said Nabisco and Nestle.
Those are the two I want to invest.
Yeah.
I want to sit down with some fat cats.
People were saying basically what this is, it's a Robinhood feel-good story. It sounds like a movie plot kind of thing where you would have the fat cat. Oh!
Robinhood is actually the name of the app that a lot of the young people are using.
It's a trading app. Yeah,
it's a trading app.
Yeah.
It's called Robinhood. And that is their whole philosophy.
Yeah.
Steal from the rich, give to the poor.
There you go. Well, that's what's going on. That's why people are making a big deal out of it today.
What's hot now on the KVJ show?
Really fun stuff on Saturday. Head on out to the Palm Beach Kennel Club and join Suits, who's going to be out there starting at 12:30. Still racing dogs, just dogs of all shapes and sizes. It's going to be a little bit fun as people bring out their pooches and you can watch them, have a little bit of fun, and it's all going to benefit a local greyhound adoption group. Lots of other activities they got out there at the Palm Beach Kennel Club. So have a fun little Saturday with Suits starting at 12:30.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Virginia's about to get in the bushes to spy on a family member. Well, I guess theoretically. It's almost like you're some kind of super detective here. Like you've got disguises and you plan on spying on somebody in your family using disguises.
I might have to get in the mangroves because it's beachside.
Okay, so
which is illegal to actually get in the mangrove. So,
well, if you need to spy on somebody, there's some kind of distrust, or there's maybe something that could be going on here that they shouldn't be doing.
I just want to see what's going on, and it's a Friday night. So
Okay.
Magnolia and one of her little girlfriends, and a few of their friends, actually, it's this one little girl. She's turning 16. It's her party. And so her mom is going over there with them to the beachside hotel and got them a couple of little rooms. And then the mom is going to leave at some point, and so the kids are going to be there. And they're 16. There's a lot of them. There's 2 rooms, 4 beds. Like
COVID friendly.
12 girls.
Very COVID friendly.
So COVID friendly. But I'm thinking I might just go over there, like put on one of my wigs and maybe some outfit that she would never recognize, and just kind of just see what they're up to.
What?
See, because it's supposed to be girls only. I just want to make sure it's girls only and there's no boys.
But are they going to be in these rooms?
I'm sure
Private
they'll be
rooms, right?
They'll be frolicking around the property. You know, teenage girls.
Well, isn't this going to get back to her?
No, everybody's going to be cool, right?
They're never cool.
Everybody's going to be cool.
But I'm just curious where you think they might be, because you would only be able to spy in public areas. And if you're worried about what they might be doing privately, then they wouldn't be necessarily doing that in the public area. So the stuff you want to see, you wouldn't be able to see anyway, no matter what disguise you have on, right?
Well, I'll be able to see the comings and goings. Who's in the group, who's coming in and out of the room, who's going in and out of the beach.
I think it's a great idea. I think you definitely should do it. I have plenty of wigs. I have a ton of wigs. I got outfits galore.
So you really think you could put on a disguise that your daughter is not going to recognize you?
Absolutely.
No.
Me and Jaybird are going to do this together.
I want nothing to do with this, but I do want to see how. You're not going to do this,
He's
first of
getting
all.
a sombrero. I'm getting a wig, and we're going to go sit at the hotel
Yeah, you
bar.
won't stand out.
I'm telling you right now, I've got all the garb you need. Put your money where your mouth is. Let's see you do it.
I'm going to do it.
I want you to Medea.
I don't have anything going on. I'll Medea.
I need you to Medea.
I'll Big Mama's house.
I want you
I'm
to
not
Big Mama.
scared. I don't have anything going on Friday night, so it's perfect.
I want you to pull a Tootsie.
And I need to see photos of your disguise, and I'd like to see a Facebook Live of you.
Okay.
Ruining your
because
child's.
She's not going to know I'm there. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to take notes in the corner.
I think most realistic, one, you're not going to see anything of any kind of value. You may not really see them the entire night. I think that's most realistic. And second, I think the most realistic thing is that Magnolia, if you are out and do see her, she'll recognize you. She'll bust you. She'll have a scene. She'll start crying. She'll be embarrassed.
Oh my gosh. Don't be so dramatic. None of that's going to happen because I'm not going to get found. I'm going to be so smooth and so slick.
Medea, I would don't.
One of the other moms who has a daughter going as well just texted me. She's like, I have wigs. Can I come too?
Do it. Do it.
This is going to be awesome.
Okay. I encourage it. I don't want to discourage it. I just want to, paint out what I think the reality is going to be.
My fear is someone's going to tell Magnolia the plan.
Don't anybody tell her. Everybody be cool. See, they're all in school, so I don't think anybody's going to be hearing this except for the other moms, and the other moms are cool.
They're cool with it. So do you think you're going to have a whole pack of all the other moms? Now it's going to be 4 ladies all trying to be in disguise to spy on their teenage children?
I love it. The more, the merrier. We got wigs for all you moms.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, now I want to go. If there's going to be a bunch of people going to be a party and get all these women, yeah, I'm in.
Disguises is everything you want. You know there's going to be drinking.
Jaybird, you love costumes.
If this is really happening.
Drinking, costumes,
well then,
moms.
Fun, loose moms.
Yeah.
Then paint me there.
I need to get my own room.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. We all got something to look forward to this weekend now. Virginia's spying on her daughter.
Shh, nobody say anything.
Okay. All right. Nobody's going to say anything. Don't worry about it. So Virginia's got this great plan. She's going to put on a disguise and spy on her daughter, Magnolia. Guess some of the moms have gotten 2 hotel rooms for some of the 16-year-old kids to hang out in on Friday?
Yes.
Okay. You just want to make sure no hanky-panky's going to go on?
Well, I just want to keep an eye on things from a distance.
Do you know what's going to be happening in the rooms? I mean, does that give the kids great access to go in there? And
Look, I'm going to know exactly where the rooms are. I'm going to
Okay.
be able to see from the beach what's going on the balconies. Look, this ain't my first rodeo spying on people.
Okay. Somebody that would like to weigh in on this, your husband Panda is on here.
That's not good.
Wow, this is a big call. Get the popcorn.
Hey, Pan.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
It is going good right now. I don't know what it's going to be like on Saturday in your house. What do you think about your wife's plan that she thinks she's going to get a good wig, a disguise, Magnolia won't notice or care, and that she's going to be able to really keep an eye on her to make sure everything's good? What do you think about this plan?
Look, man, one of the reasons I fell in love with her is because she thinks big. She thinks outside the box. She's a go-getter. Here's what worries me, Kev, about this whole scenario.
Yeah, please tell me. I got a few concerns as well.
Wow.
You know her. You've known her longer than me.
Yeah.
What happens if she sees something that she doesn't like or doesn't want to see?
Yeah.
You know her ability to hold back in a moment like that is
right.
questionable at best. So, Bird, are you going with her?
I think this is a terrible plan. I don't think it's going to even get to that. She doesn't think anyone's going to tell Magnolia. I don't see how that's possible.
Look, they're going. And I'm a 5-minute Uber ride from this beach hotel. This is too easy for me. Why would I not do this? It's a Friday night. I don't got nothing going on.
I want to know, where do you think you're going to be by the time you arrive at the hotel? Will you have had any alcoholic beverages, and any guess about how many?
I never get in an Uber without a roadie.
Okay.
Mama needs a roadie.
I always pregame while I'm getting ready.
Okay, so maybe you'll be 4 to 5 drinks in. You think probably 5 is a good number to say by the time you get to the hotel, you'll have 5 drinks in your belly?
3 to 12.
3 to 12, okay.
I'm not going to lie. The chat room just on YouTube doesn't seem to be behind you on this one.
Chat room.
I mean,
all right.
They're thinking it's going to blow up.
Panda, do you want a wig? Do you want to get in on this? I already have signed one of the moms down the street on Water Oak. Do you want in? Do you?
Look, I mean, I might have to just to corral you.
Yeah, honestly.
So if you're getting in though, you got to wear a disguise and a wig. You can't just come and be you. You're gonna get us busted.
Gosh, I don't know, hon. I don't know how I feel about it.
How do you think Magnolia would react? Let's say, and not that one of Virginia's schemes ever goes south, but let's just say that this scheme goes south and Magnolia discovers the disguises and that you guys are there spying on her. How do you think Magnolia would react, Panda?
I think it would be crushing to her.
Yeah.
To know that we're there, especially all done up in makeup and wigs and all that.
She might laugh at it. You don't know.
It could be laughter. It could be tears. It's such a fine line.
There will be emotions. We know that.
There's going to be something.
Yeah.
Look, y'all be tuning into my Facebook Live, won't you?
Okay. There's no way. I know what my Friday night's going to be now. I'm going to sit at home and watch Virginia.
People are saying Virginia will definitely be the drunkest at the party with all the people there.
She's the one who needs watched.
You're right. You're going to make these kids look like, rookies.
Okay. Good luck, Panda. Sounds like you got an exciting weekend coming your way.
Pray for me, nation.
Yes, no doubt. That's the best thing you can say.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on there. Ow!
Boy, my Miami Heat are taking it on the chin like every night. They are getting whooped like every night. It's bad.
Really?
They've had COVID issues and other things. They haven't really had their full roster, but they are just getting pummeled night in and night out. I can't really remember. It's their win-loss ratio is not very good right now.
It's still early, baby.
It is early, but I got, what's really annoying is I got my son, who is such a bandwagon fan, and he's jumped onto the whole LA Laker thing. And it's kind of annoying that he's not a Miami Heat fan because, come on, he's a South Florida kid. And so he's rubbing in every time that the Heat lose, which is like every day. And then, of course, the Lakers and LeBron James are doing great. My Miami Heat are 6-11 right now. And so I've heard a lot about all those 11 losses. They lost again last night. But they started something with this homestand that they got going on that we talked about the other day, where they have these COVID-sniffing dogs because they're going to allow 1,500 fans into American Airlines Arena that seats 19,600. So I guess this all started last night because Virginia was telling me about the TMZ video, and our question was, what happens is if a COVID dog comes up and sniffs your group, they're going to space people out, and the dog sits down, you and the people in your group got to go. You're not getting in. So if you bought tickets to the Heat game and a dog decides he's going to sit down next to you and say, oh, I sniffed COVID, then you out. And I don't know if you're going to get reimbursed for tickets or how they're doing that. I'm kind of curious if anybody had that experience last night going in. But it's a national story because people are kind of laughing at this. And you said that it looked like the dogs are sniffing a very particular part of the anatomy, Virginia.
Well, in each of the videos I saw, the dog comes up behind the person. The person is standing like 10 feet from the closest, and they're standing all by themselves, hands at their side. The dog puts his snout right in their butt.
and that's
right in their butt.
That snout goes deep.
And then he immediately moves on if he doesn't detect COVID, I guess.
The one that I saw, the snout was really exploring.
Yeah. Is that where the COVID smell is strongest, in your butt?
Well, can you get a hashtag Me Too from a COVID dog? That's crazy.
Yeah, it says here they did research with these dogs. These dogs have been correctly identifying at a 94% rate. So the dogs are 94% accurate. I don't think the COVID tests are that accurate. If you look at the PCR test and the rapid antigen test, I don't think they're 94% accurate.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not fully sold on these butt-sniffing dogs. I'm not sold yet.
Okay.
Some dogs are better than others, too. I mean, it depends. Like, they had some dogs from France that were really good at it.
Wow.
But then some other dogs from other countries weren't as good at it.
The French dogs were the best?
The French dogs get in that real.
Oh, we smell your poo-poo.
Oh, oui, oui, oui.
Mm-hmm. People are saying, yeah, you do get reimbursed. But I will tell you, for most people in South Florida, it's not super convenient going to a Heat game. Going down there on Biscayne to get there, no matter where you are, you're battling traffic. And
with the bright line, it was.
Parking, with that bright line.
It's not running.
Until the end of the year.
It ain't running.
So, okay. All right, at least they're reimbursing you. That's good. So if anybody did go last night, what was the experience like? And they got another game tonight against the LA Clippers. Probably expect another Heat loss tonight. But,
I would love to hear from somebody. I don't care about the Heat loss. I just want to hear from people that got their butt sniffed.
Okay, yes.
How'd that go down?
How deep's that snout go into your tuchus?
We do want to know.
Okay. Inquiring minds. There's a guy in Japan that accidentally swallowed a toothpick, and hold on to yourself. Because on the way out, it got stuck in his rectum.
Oh, no.
Yes, it did.
I don't want it.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's terrible.
And apparently, it got wedged against a nerve cluster.
Okay, Kevin.
And
a butt nerve?
It gave him months of back and leg pain.
Oh, my God.
That's tough, isn't it?
Oh, that would be.
That's tough. Oh, that's tough.
So wait, he didn't know?
I think, I don't know if he knew it was a toothpick or what, but... That's what it did. So don't swallow the toothpick.
A TP stuck in the BH. That is horrifying.
That's tough. That's tough. There's a new study that has found that the average human has a higher body fat percentage than the average elephant. Okay. Wow. Whoa, dang. Yeah, if that doesn't give you a diet reality, hey, by the way, you have a higher BMI than an elephant.
Well, the elephant's not really hitting the fast food drive-thru like I like to do.
I feel like if elephants had McDonald's, they'd have the same problems as us.
Yeah. They say that smartphones are capable of detecting if a user is drunk by changes in a person's walking movement at a rate of 90% effective.
Yeah, I can tell.
Totally.
I walk way different when I have a little bit in me.
Me too. I had to stop wearing high shoes when I go out to drink because it's not pretty.
They used to call me Stumbles.
Stumbles, huh?
Yeah, Stumbles Pennington.
They're now trying to figure out how they can convert this into some type of app or procedure that will cut down on drinking and driving.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I don't think they have the answer yet, but they're like, okay, well, if it can detect if you're hammered or not, then how can
It
we
should
put this
call
thing to
you
use?
an Uber, like,
Or
immediately.
something, yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least give you that option.
Do you feel a difference in your walking if you've had a couple?
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay.
It sounds very realistic, yeah. Otherwise, when I'm completely sober, I got very focused walking.
You do.
You do.
Yeah.
Kevin is a man on a mission.
I know.
Yeah, if I got a couple cocktails in me, then yeah, I'm just not a care in the world.
Don't mess with his schedule. Oh my God.
But you
Oh,
get
I
a couple
know.
cocktails in them.
Yeah,
And he's like,
schedule out the window.
Party on.
Yeah.
Let's go down a Brickell and paint that town, whatever you want.
That's right, baby. That's right. They say book sales are way up during the pandemic, but not necessarily because people are reading more. They just want to fill up their bookshelves behind them in their Zoom calls to make it look like they're smart.
Bookshelves in your Zoom call do look really good.
And it makes it
But
look
what looks
legit.
bad is when you got a bookshelf and it's got 2 books on there and like one's The Hobbit. Yeah. I gotta need some better out there.
I got a bunch of books, but they're all Star Wars books. Is that smart?
They say a jobs expert from Wales is going viral after she appeared on a BBC News broadcast discussing unemployment. She did not have necessarily all books on her bookshelf. She did have a few, but it's what she was using for a bookend that got the attention. I don't know if she realized or not, but she had a very large anatomically correct love toy visible on the bookshelf on the BBC News. And people noticed.
It was a big girl apparatus.
Really?
Yeah. I saw it and I was like, whoa, keep that away from me.
Dang. There's a guy in Indiana that got busted for doing 213 miles an hour in his Lamborghini after he posted a video of it on Instagram. The state police found the video and he was charged with reckless driving.
Big dummy.
As a result, yep. An employee at a Kroger grocery store stole $980,000 in the span of just 2 weeks by processing a bunch of fake returns. Then he used the money to buy all sorts of stuff, including a Chevy Camaro that he wound up crashing.
$980,000?
Right?
Dude, you
In
went
2 weeks at a Kroger?
He went too big. He just went. He went crazy. You
Oh
don't-
my gosh.
You don't go that big.
How do you even do that?
I know. I think there's a clip in there where the police explain how he did it.
Dang. Yeah,
But-
I'd kind of like to know.
I would
Okay.
too.
Investigators believe, as of right now, that Mr. Brown used the money that he stole to buy cars, clothing, shoes, and guns. The amount of money that Mr. Brown took was just excessive in this particular case and obviously drew a large amount of attention to himself almost immediately. So it wasn't the crime of the century by any means as far as being able to get away with it.
I mean,
Big
dude.
dummy.
He is throwing major shade and calling you a dumb criminal.
Yeah, he really is.
I mean, you take five. I mean, you never take anything, of course, but I mean, going that big.
Yeah, he went too big, too quick, burned bright, and flew too close to the sun.
Yep. Police are looking for a man in Virginia who robbed a Chick-fil-A employee while the employee was standing outside at the drive-thru taking orders.
Oh my gosh.
Talked about this yesterday. I saw on Friday they had a security guy out there at the Chick-fil-A, and I'm like, why do they need a security guy? And then yesterday, somebody's throwing a brick through a Chick-fil-A drive-thru window, and now somebody's holding somebody up.
People are losing their minds.
What's going on at Chick-fil-A?
Don't turn on Chick-fil-A.
Most violent place ever. And finally, an Albuquerque man pointed a gun at a McDonald's drive-thru worker over a lack of cheese on his burger.
Damn, people are snapping.
Look, I don't agree with how they handled it,
You don't agree with the gun pulling, but you do agree with extra cheese.
but I do get the emotional side of not having cheese on a sandwich, and it is rough.
When did fast food drive-thrus become the most violent places in America?
People are wound too tight, Kevin. They can't handle life.
It started happening about 10 years ago. Or did YouTube just expose a problem that's always been there?
I think it's gotten worse.
I don't know, V. If you go back, this has been such a problem for so long. Fast food wars is real.
Dang. Okay. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, one of our KVJ Nationers heard a stat that we had thrown out the other day, and it gave them an interesting realization about something happening in their own life. That was the stat on how many times the average person gets drunk in a year. Well, get you her thoughts on what's going on and how it affects her life and relationships next.
This is 97.9 WRMF, Palm Beach.
One of our KVJ Nationers heard a discussion we had the other day. It was a stat on how many times the average person in America gets drunk every single year. And they sent this email about it. It says, I heard you guys saying on your show the other day that the average person gets drunk 27 times a year. It was really fascinating for me to hear because it kind of gave me a realization that my husband's number has to be closer to about 70. It was kind of a wake-up call. He is drunk at least one night and sometimes both nights of every weekend. And it was something that really didn't concern me in our 20s, but now he's almost 40 and he drinks just as much or maybe more than he ever has. I'll have maybe a glass of wine here or there, but I rarely get drunk. Weekends are rough because my husband and I are rarely on the same plane, with him being so intoxicated. Whenever I try to bring his drinking up to him, he gets super defensive and we fight. So how do you get a spouse to seriously slow down their drinking?
Signed, Panda.
I am her husband.
Yeah, that's Panda writing in totally under a false name.
It's smart because he played off like he was a chick.
Yeah, he switched the
and
genders.
Switched the genders, which threw us completely off the scent.
We see you, Panda.
Yeah.
Well played, dog.
We get it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this really to me is probably up to a counselor. The fact that they get very defensive and it causes a fight, and so you just shut up and kind of take it. But it seems like there's resentment growing with you, and there's also a disconnection because that is one thing I do know, one way or the other. If you're sober and somebody's hammered, it's hard to really kind of get that, okay, we're really bonding and getting great quality time in.
It's tough. It's tough when you're on different planes like that. For anybody, honestly.
Yeah. So what do you do? So you want him to slow down, and hearing that number, like the average is 27, he's close to 70. That's good heavens. There's more than double there.
Yeah, but there's 52 weeks a year.
That's true, there is.
Don't do math.
And then you got to add in the vacations. And
okay, yeah.
When 4th of July falls on like a Wednesday.
Back away from the numbers.
Yeah.
I'm not defending the guy, but I do relate to him.
Hey.
Dang.
Yeah.
Is it going to get deep in here?
No.
You know,
I'm not making 0 changes.
I don't know that you can necessarily change his behavior. Maybe you can change yours and your availability. And if he is going to drink, that you just kind of make your own thing that, you know what, I'm going to go shopping. So if you're going to have your thing, I don't care to really, I can't connect with you because you're on a different plane than I am. And maybe that is your thing, that maybe you do something that kind of gets the point across that when you are drinking to that level, I don't want to be around you. I'm going to go off and do my own thing. And maybe you might realize that this is starting to put a wedge in our relationship.
But you should make an adjustment. I mean, if the alcohol or the drug or whatever's tearing apart the marriage is overriding what the marriage is supposed to be, you got to make an adjustment. You can't just say, "Oh, you're doing heroin," but you know when you're not doing heroin, I'll leave you alone. It's the same kind of thing. You got to make some kind of an adjustment.
And I agree with you, but he's not. And he gets defensive and he fights when she brings something up. And she's at a point where, what do I do? What do I say? Because I can't get any kind of headway on this. And hearing that number made me realize, wow, okay, he's way above the average.
I mean.
What do you mean?
It's really hard to throw stones at this guy because, I mean, I am this guy. So what am I supposed to say?
If Panda were trying this with you, Virginia, what would you say to that? You'd be like, look, I'm going to be me. I'm going to do my thing. And maybe this is some things where I do see a lot of parents our age, it seems like middle age, is for some reason a big speed bump in the divorce game. A lot of couples split up, and maybe that's just it, where you say, I'm getting to a different stage in my life, and my partner's not going to this stage with me.
Well, at that age, you kind of been to the puppet show and you've seen the strings. I think you realize that tick-tock, tick-tock.
Yeah.
Life is oh so short.
And you're like, I went through, that was a phase, and it was more acceptable to a certain age. I don't feel it at this age.
Okay, Panda goes, all right, V, I want you to only drink twice a month. What do you say to him?
I mean, I think I could be okay with that.
Okay.
Twice a year.
Get the hell out.
Get the hell out.
I would tell this person, I know it may cause a fight, but you, in a sense, have a number right now. And maybe a number might spark a reality check that, hey, you are, at least according to my calculations, and he'll probably get defensive. You're probably going into this with a fight, so I guess you got to brace yourself. But say, hey, look, 27 is the average. Do your math, you're about 70.
All of our drinkers in the audience in the chat room is like, this woman sounds annoying.
He's better off without her.
Let the man drink.
Maybe the man is stressed and this is his release.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got a stressful job where he has to come up with a bunch of content for Facebook all the time. Otherwise, he gets called into a meeting.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Reel it in, Virginia. Reel it in.
Sorry.
It just may be then the reason why I see a lot of people that I know around this age as you get into your 40s or whatnot that are getting divorces is because I think it's tough. If you have a serious drinker on one hand and a person who gets resentful when the other person drinks to that level so much that maybe just can't be together anymore. If one person's unwilling to change and you're just completely annoyed saying every weekend is nothing but your drunk show and I don't have any great quality time with you because all weekends are taken up with you hammered.
I mean, that would be a reason to divorce somebody. If you guys are so different, I mean, you can't be that different in your life. It's going to eventually get to you.
You got to have fun together, and it sounds like they don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you're not enjoying each other at all, this is past the point of the problem is the drinking. The problem is you don't like him, and he doesn't like you.
Well, she doesn't like him when he is that. And he's like, that's what I am on the weekends. I'm a drinker, and this is just how I live my life. I get hammered.
Hashtag weekend warriors.
Yeah. So there you go.
Oh, that's the beer you don't like.
That's all right.
It's so strong.
This combo is making me want to drink.
He grabbed a 9% beer.
Somebody had said, is it like having a drink or getting drunk? She's saying getting drunk. That's what the stat is.
Getting drunk, right?
Getting drunk. Yeah, it's not. And I think, because she says she drinks, she'll have wine, but she's keeping it in check. She doesn't that often get hammered. He's doing 70 nights a year with the average being 27. So, yeah, and that's just it. I mean, if you're annoyed by somebody who drinks a lot, can you still be in a relationship with somebody who drinks a lot and you don't? And the answer is probably no. If neither one of you are willing to change.
Well, especially if you hate the way that person is when they're drinking.
Yeah. So you probably need some couples therapy and you need to ratchet up your conversation to another level because you're clearly not happy.
Yeah, I mean, it just sounds like she hasn't been happy for a while.
Side note, Virginia, do you mind dropping me off at my house today?
I don't mind at all, Pumpkin.
That's great. All right.
Drink up.
No, to Virginia.
That's right. It's Thursday, baby.
Yes.
Bird's going to add to his number. All right, any other thoughts? 877-979-WRMF. You can hit us up. Coming up here, we've got the update yesterday. We had the text message that Jaybird got from a friend of his mom. And she talked about a dream she had about Jaybird that was yummy. What exactly happened in this dream? There is a part 2 to this discussion we got for you next.
Looking for some KVJ merchandise and swag? Go to kvjshow.com and click KVJ gear.
I'm surprised how many people say that they have been hit on by a friend's parent. And we even had some friends' parents saying, oh, yeah, done it before. We'd do it again. It's a good time. Jaybird got his first little taste of this when he got a text message from Marcy, who is one of his friend's moms.
Forbidden fruit.
Now, if you missed it yesterday, we'll do a quick reenactment of how this whole text thread has gone. I'll play the role of Marcy, the mom. Jaybird will play himself, and this is what happened in round 1 of the text. Hey, Jason. I want to reach out to see how you've been. It's Marcy, Bob's mom. Sorry to hear about Chewy.
Thank you. I heard you've been great. Typo. Hope.
Okay. I'm used to it.
You're a mess.
I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I had a very interesting dream about me and you. Yummy. Don't tell my son. LOL.
LOL.
Yummy.
We left it at that.
That was round one.
Did she come back for more?
Well, y'all told me to reach out to see.
I strongly encourage Jaybird just
you
to ask.
came back for more.
Well, you guys told me. I thought
did.
we were
I'll
all in this together.
I will take this. I'm like, I think it doesn't mean anything for you to just, pry on the details of said dream.
Yes, Ralston.
Yeah,
yes.
let's just see what this was all about.
I love it.
So Jaybird sent off this text message back to Marcy.
So, just curious, what was this dream about?
Oh, and he kicks the door of opportunity open. Oh, she's going to love that.
And Marcy did not let you down. She writes back in a text message to the bird.
Yes.
Well, it was yummy and naughty. I've always thought uniforms were sexy, but there was just something about you in your uniform that was super sexy. Are we talking baseball uniform?
What uniform?
From when you used to play
baseball?
Baseball with
When you were a
Bob?
kid?
Baseball.
When you were a kid?
Maybe she's talking about when I played in college, although I rode the bench a lot, so I don't think she saw me in my uniform.
You don't think she drove up to Chipola?
No, I don't.
She's talking about when you were in high school and you played with Bob.
Stuck with her.
This is scandalous.
Wow.
I played on a few teams here, so I don't want to try to out anybody. I don't want people hitting me up going, are you talking about my mom?
We won't reveal who she is.
We can't. We cannot.
We never would.
Because her son's name is in there, and I'm so afraid Kevin's going to do an anchor man.
Don't read it, Kevin.
I already crossed it out.
His name is Bob.
We got
Bob. It's Bob.
I want to assure you that I don't normally do this. This is so far outside of my normal character.
Tell him.
But you only live once, and this dream was so real and so vivid that I just felt like I had to share it. I'm so worried you're going to think differently of me.
No.
Please don't tell Bob how I feel. I would be so embarrassed, but it's weird to know that these feelings are stronger than my son's opinion of me. If you ever wanted something more to come from this,
yes,
it would be my pleasure.
Oh.
With no strings attached.
Yes.
You know what they say about older women, right?
Oh, yeah, we do.
And I must admit, I am definitely at my sexual peak.
Okay.
Wow.
Marcy.
What?
I mean.
What?
Okay.
Giving me the vapors.
Your girl brought it.
Oh my. Well, there is just no question here. I mean, that's bam. That's right. That she laid it out.
On a platter.
There's no doubt. There's no strings attached. She's at her sexual peak. She is just humming and cranking, and she has got an image of you in whatever age.
Humming and cranking.
Uniform.
Some people are saying, what if it was my cheerleading Dolphins uniform? Is she's talking about?
I doubt it.
No.
I don't know.
I think it's your baseball uniform, and that makes it more scandalous.
It really does make it.
And I am here for it.
Wow. Man, oh man.
This is good. Okay, what are we writing back?
I didn't answer back. I didn't know what to say. I figured we'd drag this out a little bit.
Okay. All right. We'll see where people are with this. I'm sure people are right now probably floored. Several people probably flip back in their chairs.
No strings, Bird. Did she send you that pic?
No.
Okay.
No pick.
What is the Bird's next play?
We gotta
You gotta ask for a pic.
We gotta stop. No. Now we're leading her on.
This is just getting good.
Kevin told me yesterday, yeah, we shouldn't lead her on. Then he tells me to text her.
No, I just wanted to get the details here because there was ambiguity yesterday of a yummy dream. Maybe it could have been there was like fudge sundaes in it, and that was yummy that way.
She'd like to put a fudge sundae in it.
I'll admit that's pretty hot.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we're trying to figure out how to handle this. One of Jaybird's old baseball buddy's mom has been sending him some text messages, and she laid it down in the latest chapter here. where she said, if you ever want something more to come from this, it would be my pleasure, no strings attached. You know what they say about older women. I must admit, I'm definitely at my sexual peak. There is just no guessing here. It's all laid out that this Mom Marcy would be down with some bird.
Really selling the stats, too.
Yeah. Now, this wouldn't be possible. Somebody in the chat room said, is there any chance that your buddy got a hold of his mom's phone and would be catfishing you?
Oh, that's amazing. If he's doing this, hats off.
I don't think so. That would be very weird and random.
Out of character for Bob.
It wouldn't make any sense.
Was Bob's mom
he's out of the he's way out of the picture.
Was she like one of those MILF moms back in the day?
She was attractive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was she a mom that dudes talked about?
She was good looking. I don't know what to tell you, Virginia.
Okay.
I lived here locally. You didn't, so step off.
Tell me everything.
You're making it worse.
On the radio.
Amazingly, people in the chat room for Kvj TV think that you just need to go for it and just make it happen.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to do
That's
Marcy
the spirit.
Yeah. So they're not even talking about like egging this thing on or just trying to get any more text messages or just like
go there and
you
do it.
bone Marcy this weekend. I mean, they're just right at that. That's where everybody is right now with this. So.
I mean, you're talking the majority or everybody.
All the comments I'm seeing, people are just saying, just go do it. Just make it happen. Okay, some people are saying that maybe a recent photo would be a good step. But you're right. You know, you don't want to toy with someone's emotions here because she's clearly very ginned up about
ready to pounce.
Yeah, she is.
And I asked you, does Marcy not have Facebook?
No, I can't. I mean, I can ask her if
she's that old?
Well, she might. I can't.
My dad's got Facebook. He's in his early 70s. How old is Marcy?
Does she wear a necklace that calls 911 when she falls?
I just want to see. Okay. I want to see what she looks like. I want to drink her in.
Michael said instead of a cigarette, she'd give you a Werther's after sex.
He would like that.
All here. Have a candy.
We'll try to get some updated photos. But okay. I can't ask her for photos.
Yeah.
No, it's better if we find them. We can't ask her. Or we can figure out where she is and we can do a drive-by. You can show her to me.
Okay, again, Virginia, the worst advice ever.
I'll wear a wig.
No, we've carried this ball as far as we should go.
Okay.
We need to drop the
I'm
ball.
not giving up on Marcy, and I don't want you to either.
Do you think that she would text back after that last text? Because it ends right there. And I mean, she's put it all out. And to just not get anything back.
You have to give her something.
How would Marcy respond to that? I mean, she said, I'm at my sexual. The last words she says is, I am definitely at my sexual peak, ... That dot, all those mean continuation. To have it just end would be odd, would it not be?
You can't do her like this. Don't do Marcy dirty. You've got to give this woman what she needs.
Let me. Okay, what are we saying?
Respect your elders. Tell her you'll be over.
I'll be over for dinner.
You'll be over for dinner.
4:30
What are you cooking? We'll have chicken for dinner and you for dessert. Say that.
All right. Now let's not be mean here.
What? That's not mean. Marcy wants you to eat her for dessert. I am quite certain of it.
Well, that is for certain. Yes, that's true.
That's not mean.
I'm afraid to. All right, what do I text? It's got to be kind of benign. I can't be like, oh, Marcy, oh.
Didn't you tell me during commercial you still have your baseball uniform?
I do have my baseball uniform.
You need to go home.
From high school.
You need to go home and put that thing on and do a photo shoot.
No.
And then just send her one photo. Just one. Just one.
That's not leading her on.
Just make it bending over.
Oh, that will get her.
It's kind of sexy.
Yeah,
coy.
You're fielding a ground ball.
You want me to squat down like a catcher?
Yes.
I can squat real good.
Squat, baby.
I can actually squat pretty good. I can squat long.
And then maybe she'll reciprocate with the photo. You send her one, she sends you one.
I would at least like to see a photo of you now in your baseball uniform.
But only you guys can see. We can't publish that.
No.
Only you guys can see it because we can't.
We won't.
We really can't.
We got to publish you in the baseball uniform, right?
Unless I get drunk and accidentally
I just see what you look
post it.
I don't know.
I want to see what you look like in your baseball uniform.
I gotta let me dig
I
it
think
out.
Marcy would too.
Can you make it sexy? Just a little
Well,
sexy.
Of course I'm gonna make it sexy.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
All
How
right.
dare you
Okay.
ask me that?
All right. Well, and then that'll be it. We'll just send a photo.
Just send her that.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm not sending her
Yes,
that. No.
you have to.
I'll do it for Facebook.
Do it for Kevin. Kevin, make him.
I'm not gonna make him.
Make him.
If you loved Kevin, you would do this.
Okay. All right. Well, fascinating.
Kevin giggle.
Yeah. It's. I loved it. It's quite a saga
It
here.
is a saga.
It's quite a saga here.
I'm here for
Gotta
it.
tell you, it's very sexy in many ways. Very sexy in many ways. Coming up here in a couple minutes, who is our winner of today's KVJ draft from the best movies from the 1990s? Got all our votes tallied from the KVJ Show Facebook page. We'll let you know who won. Coming up here in a matter of minutes, Virginia. She had the first pick, and she went with Pulp Fiction, Birdcage, and Fargo.
That's your winner right there.
Denny's had The Usual Suspects, The Truman Show, and The Sixth Sense. I went with The Shawshank Redemption, The Matrix, and Happy Gilmore. Bird had Good Will Hunting, Jurassic Park, and Ghost. And Suits had Goodfellas, The Silence of the Lambs, and Forrest Gump. We got a clear winner. We'll tell you who got it next.
It's more of the KVJ Show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
Today for the KVJ draft, we picked out each 3 movies from the 1990s. In order of draft pick, Virginia went first, and her 3 picks are Pulp Fiction, Birdcage, and Fargo. Denny's drafted second and got The Usual Suspects, The Truman Show, and The Sixth Sense. I went with The Shawshank Redemption, The Matrix, and Happy Gilmore. Jaybird had Good Will Hunting, Jurassic Park, and Ghost. Suits had Goodfellas, The Silence of the Lambs, and Forrest Gump. Big question to me was about Forrest Gump. I almost took it. It wasn't a personal favorite, though I recognize the greatness of that movie. I'm like, do people love Forrest Gump or not?
I'm gumped out.
You're gumped out.
Dang, you become everything you hated when it comes to Gump. You're hating on Gump, and you hate the movie because people hate on Gump.
Yeah, I'm self-loathing. What do you want?
Dang, Gump, I am sorry.
The person who did the worst on our draft, last place,
Please be Virginia.
with only 4 votes.
Please be Jason.
Please be the witch. Oh, she is so evil.
Denny's.
Oh, sweet Denny's.
The Usual Suspects, Truman Show, and The Sixth Sense did not do well.
The Truman Show brought him down.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything about.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything to Sweet Denny's, but
Yeah.
Oh, Big
That
D.
cost him.
Big D lost
Cost
with the
him.
Truman Show. Me and Kevin looked at each other during that.
I was like,
When he
yeah.
picked it, we were like, oh.
Next to last, Virginia.
Oh, the witch!
Yep.
Crushed.
The witch is down in
Birdcage.
the
I don't
ditch.
think Birdcage did it for you.
Oh yeah.
Birdcage is a great movie.
Oh no.
When you look at all the, and that to me was the realization. The '90s had some amazing movies,
It was a great decade.
and yeah, to make that the 3 strongest for you.
Birdcage.
Sorry, I loved it.
You should listen to this bird. Mm-hmm. You blew it.
You need to go hook up with Marcy.
3rd place went to me.
Oh!
Shawshank Redemption, The Matrix, and I went with the Happy Gilmore to throw a little comedy in there, and I think that might have hurt me.
You lost it with Gilmore.
I think Happy Gilmore did not perform well.
Oh, man, I want it bad. I want this win. I need
Okay.
it. I need this
Between
win.
you and Suits.
Oh, I need it.
All right. And our overall winner here today is Suits.
Damn it!
Suits took it all.
Suits is back on top again with
Wow.
Goodfellas, The Silence of the Lambs, and Forrest Gump. So Forrest Gump clearly still plays. It got him the votes.
Oh, I know nothing.
They're not dumping Gump.
They're not dumping
It
Gump.
still plays. It's in this room, maybe it doesn't crush it, but out there, the fans still love it.
Damn.
Don't speak for me. I'm a Gump head. I like Gump. I don't hate Gump like Virginia does.
Okay. I gotta tell you, the pandemic has given us a lot of new music. There are artists that have been like us. They've been sitting around, no place to go, nothing to do. So instead, what they're doing is they're creating new music. A whole bunch of good stuff. I know my Foo Fighters next Friday have a brand new album they're going to be dropping. Looking forward to that.
Weezer.
Yeah, new stuff. And Taylor Swift, I don't think anybody's been busier than Taylor Swift. She's already dropped Folklore and then Evermore. She's picking up awards and crushing sales and streaming records from this. And now, on top of those two that she's already dropped, I guess another surprise, a 6-pack of tracks dropped last night in a new chapter entitled Forever is the Sweetest Con. That is the name of the new music she's dropped.
What does it mean?
I don't know. It's about to go to Braun.
Probably, yeah.
Forever is the sweetest brawn.
There you go.
That's what it is. Here's what these songs sound like. She's got more of an alternative vibe to some of her stuff. I'm kind of digging on some of the new Taylor Swift.
Kind of like soft rock.
It kind of is, yeah.
Which one was that one that you said you knew?
It was like the Take My Hand.
Yeah. That's the bad thing about a montage. They don't have them individually labeled.
Oh, I thought that was...
I think it's That's My Man. Something
Yeah.
like that. It's a good song, though. I like it.
I do, too. That's the one I like the most.
Yeah.
Out of all those. But they were all kind of, I don't know, suck you in.
Yeah, it's really like great chill kind of music. Just kind of sitting around a nice little day and put on that new Taylor Swift.
You know who would like that? Marcy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I can see someone's got some new material they're going to constantly go to the well with. Okay.
Yeah.
You know me.
Yep, it's going to beat this Marcy thing to death.
To death.
It was a good one. If you are not willing to risk the unusual, you'll have to settle for the ordinary.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah. After the Show podcast coming up. It's going to be live on your YouTube and Facebook. You can jump into it in just about 5 minutes and always on demand on the 97.9 WRMF app.
Did you miss a segment from the KVJ Show? Find it on kvjshow.com or soundcloud.com/kvjshow.